All right. So, welcome everyone to this deep dive
Yeah,
into the world of English grammar. I'm
absolutely.
so excited
You
to
too.
kind of, peel back the layers here.
Yeah,
And, you know, grammar can sometimes,
sure.
it can feel a little bit like a dusty rule book, right?
Mhm.
But what we're going to find today is that it's actually,
It's much more than that.
yeah, there's a hidden beauty and power.
Exactly.
And so we're going to kind of go on this journey,
Yeah, I like
and
that.
we're going to take the listener with us.
Absolutely. So one of the things that our sources talk about
Yeah.
is this idea of English grammar as a symphony.
Oh, I love that.
I love that analogy.
That's a great analogy.
Because it really helps us to understand how all of the
Parts work together.
the different words and the punctuation and the tenses all fit together.
Yeah, it's like all these different instruments working together to
Yeah.
create this beautiful.
This beautiful piece of music.
Exactly, it's a beautiful piece of meaning.
Great.
So let's start with kind of the most basic building block here, which is
Yeah.
the sentence.
Absolutely, the
And
sentence.
the sentence, and it's really fascinating to me how just by rearranging words,
You can change the
it
entire
changes the entire meaning.
Yeah.
Like for example, the dog chased the cat
Right.
versus the cat chased the dog.
Completely different.
Completely different meaning.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though we're using the same words,
Exactly.
changing the order.
Just changing the order.
So what does that tell us about grammar?
I think it really highlights that grammar is not just about being correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's about effectively conveying
Yeah.
your thoughts and your intentions.
And being like really precise
Yeah.
with what you're trying to say.
And you use grammar every day,
Oh, absolutely.
whether you're,
Whether we realize it or not.
right, whether you're structuring emails, writing social media posts,
Mm-hmm.
even texting.
Yeah, it's always at work.
Absolutely.
So okay, so we've got the sentence as like the notes, right?
Yeah.
In our symphony. So then that means punctuation must be
Punctuation's the conductor.
the conductor. Yeah.
Setting the tempo, creating emphasis.
Yeah, like guiding the whole
Lighting the whole orchestra.
orchestra. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the examples that I thought was so funny from our sources
Yeah.
was this idea of
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
let's eat grandma versus
Let's eat grandma.
a comma can save a life.
Right. Like, so powerful, right?
Yeah, it's a little dramatic.
A little dramatic.
But you're right.
But it shows how punctuation, helps us to avoid ambiguity
That's right.
and have clarity in meaning.
Yeah, it guides the reader's understanding.
Yeah.
Imagine reading a novel without any punctuation.
Oh my gosh. It would just be like this jumbled mess of words.
It'd be like listening to an orchestra.
Yeah.
Where there's no like
no rhythm or pauses.
pauses. Yeah, it'd just be
It would be chaos.
chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about sentences, we've talked about punctuation.
What's next?
Now we got to talk about verb tenses.
Ooh, time travel.
Ooh. Yeah, right, because
Verb tenses are like time machines.
they're like time machines within grammar, yeah.
That's right.
Because they allow us to
Move between the past, the present,
Yeah.
and the future.
and weave these narratives, right?
Let's
And
do-
create a sense of like chronology in our communication.
Yeah, and this, some linguists call this temporal flexibility.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Temporal flexibility.
It allows us to, share experiences across generations. We
Mhm.
can recount history, describe our present reality,
Yeah.
even speculate about the future.
And it's all thanks to verb tenses.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So speaking of the future, right? One of the things that I think is so fascinating about grammar is that it's not like this
Stagnant thing.
stagnant, yeah, like set in stone thing.
It's constantly evolving.
It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So, as our culture and technology changes,
Right.
grammar changes along with it.
Exactly.
And one of the examples that our sources talked about
Yeah.
were emojis.
Oh, emojis.
Right. So like
A form of modern punctuation.
a form of modern punctuation.
I love that.
Right. And it's like it's adding this whole
It's adding a whole new layer of meaning
Yeah.
to our communication.
I wonder if emojis will ever become like formalized
Oh,
as part of official grammar rules.
Yeah.
Or maybe they represent like a break from
Yeah, break from traditional
punctuation and they're forging this like whole new path.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's a big debate right now in the linguistic world.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Well, and what about the way that we use abbreviations? Oh, yeah.
and slang it like texting and all these different,
Yeah, it feels like there's a new grammar
like a whole new grammar
emerging right before our eyes.
emerging. Yeah.
Which just goes to show that language is...
It's alive.
It's alive. It's a living system. It's constantly adapting to our needs.
And as we develop new ways of communicating, grammar like goes right along with it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think what we can take away from all of this is that English grammar,
it's not just a set of rigid rules.
it's not,
It's a dynamic tool.
a dynamic tool.
For connection, expression, creativity.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, it's not just about being right or wrong.
Exactly.
It's about like how we use it.
Yeah, and how it helps us connect with each other.
To connect with each other and express ourselves.
Exactly.
Well, and I think, for anyone listening out there, like,
Yeah.
paying attention to grammar
In everyday life can really
can give you a deeper understanding of
how people think
yeah.
and how they express themselves. So like whether you're reading a book, an article,
Yeah.
even listening to this deep dive,
Or listening to a podcast or talking to a friend.
it's all grammar.
It's all grammar.
Yeah.
So I guess, the next time you encounter some grammar out in the wild,
Yeah.
don't think of it as a chore,
Yeah.
Think of it as this, like
An adventure.
an adventure.
Yeah. And who knows?
Some of you might decide
You might discover
like some cool grammatical innovation.
some cool grammatical innovation, out there.
It's possible.
All right. Well, this has been so fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you all next time.
See ya.